The hair I'm going to be working on today is Gifty.org Burmese Curly in 24 inches. The hair is a glueless lace closure wig. The closure is deep parting, so you have a lot of room to create multiple styles and looks depending on what you're going for. This wig has many great features. For one, it's glueless. Two, the parting spaces are endless. That's what I'm showing you right now. By using a rat tail comb, you're able to part the hair depending on where you want. The best part about this is you don't have to put foundation, concealer, or anything because the knots will be fully bleached and you're going to be able to create a natural scalp wherever, whenever, so you don't have to worry about putting any makeup on it. These wigs knots come bleached and they are perfect. Especially with the glueless closure, you have small space to work with, so it's easy to maintain, it's easy to put on, and it's just perfect for that fast wake up and go type of lifestyle. So what you're going to use is the Tresemme holding spray. We parted the front of the hair right now, and now we're going to get our rat tail comb the Tresemme holding spray into the hairline. The Tresemme holding spray is going to act like a sticky glue. Using the hot comb, press that down. What the hot comb and the Tresemme holding spray does is it creates that very polished look. And also, it doesn't leave the hair white and sticky. The right side of the hairline has been pushed back using the holding spray and hot comb. The left side, which I am parting right now, I am going to pluck this and create that same fading effect that I have currently on the right side. So what I did is I parted the hair. Now I'm going to use a hot comb to push back the hairline a little bit. And after that hot comb is fully pressed down, it's going to give you a more polished, push back kind of look. You can use either the teeth of the hot comb or you can use the back of the hot comb to press down the front of your closure. You can still see that the right side was plucked and the left side was not plucked. All I've done to the left side is I demarcated the hairline and the front from each other. Now I'm going to take a tweezer and begin to pluck the hairline upwards so that I can create more of that demarcation in the front. The demarcation is what is going to make the lace look like your hair. So now I went through and I plucked the hair. This is how the curls are, and then this is how everything looks. I plucked the right side. I fully plucked the left side as well, and I used the Tresemme spray and then the hot comb to lay everything together to create a more polished look. After those steps are done, you're going to take a cutting comb, and then you're just going to cut the little parts that we left in the front. And I also used the tweezers to thin that out too. So you can go back and check out how it was looking before. The hair we pulled out in the front, and then we put the demarcation with using the hot comb. I did pluck on top of that, and I plucked the both right and left side a little bit more. So now I used the cutting comb to create the baby hair, just to cut it down a little bit. And I'm going to be using the Lala Body mousse and the mini hair control brush to create swoops. Once the swoops are done, I will put a wrap on top of the hair and put the hair under a dryer on cool settings so that everything can melt together. And that is the end of it. So if you washed your wig, blow dried it, to get the closure back to normal, all you do is demarcate the front, use the holding spray, hot comb to create a polished line, and then create the baby hair using mousse and the cutting scissors. Once the baby hair frame is done, you use the mousse, you use the baby hair comb, and you create the swoops. Then you're going to let that sit until it dries up. So we're going to do this one more time just to make sure you guys understand. If you wash your wig and your closure looks like this, how do you bring back that parting that you once had? It is simple. You start off with your canvas head. That is how the closure is going to look. You put the canvas head in the closure. You put the wig on top of the canvas head. Then you're going to take your T-pins and make sure each side of the closure is pulled away from each other. Now it's going to be left like that. That is how your hairline is going to be. If you already wore the wig and you washed it and boom, your hairline disappeared. Now we're going to bring it back. So this is another wig that I'm showing you. This is the this is the pineapple curly, 22 inches lace closure as well. It's also a very deep parting wig. So for the style we're going to be giving her today is a side part. Start off on the side using your rat tail comb. You want to part the side that you would like. Now you're going to use the hot comb. If you see, I just used the hot comb with no holding spray. It is not as polished as it will look if you use the holding spray. So you can start off by just loosening up the roots with the hot comb. To clean up the part a little bit more on this one, I am going to pluck the front. I'm going to pluck the lining. And for me, I have an extremely detailed beginner-friendly plucking video on my channel, which is going to be linked in this box, in the description box. So I like to make a demarcation and pluck downwards to create a thin hairline in the front, and then I will leave the back alone because I don't want the back to start falling out super fast. So I just take a part in the front. I will pluck down to create a thinner hairline. Then I'm gonna push everything forward and just go through any spots that I felt was missing. So now I'm gonna use my hot comb again just to go over that. Now you're gonna really see what I did. Once you use the holding spray and the hot comb together, it just makes everything so much more polished. You're able to see all your plucking you've done in detail, and I'm showing you guys how deep and beautiful parting spaces this wig gives you. It's really full. You get deep parting, and you can do middle or side part. And now this is how it's looking after I have went over with the hot comb. I did a little bit of plucking. Now I'm going to create the baby hair on this one as well. But before I create the baby hair, I have to use some mousse just to tame the curls on top. The same Lala Body mousse I'm using for the baby hair is the exact same mousse I use just to give my hair more of a definition in the curls and just to tame it down a little bit more. That's the same product. You can use the mousse for the hair itself, or you can use the mousse for the baby hair. The baby hair mousse method creates really natural looking baby hair, and adding mousse on curly hair, it gives that wet and wavy kind of look without leaving it sticky from using styling gel or having it absorb super fast by just using water. The mousse is actually going to keep the curls locked in a lot better. So again, I'm just using my hot comb. Use your hot comb as much as possible. So if you know you want your hair to be super laid, use that hot comb. This is not hard, y'all. All you do is you make sure you have a canvas head, you have your T-pin, put your wig down, find your demarcation in the front, part that out, make sure the parting is what you want, and then use holding spray. On top of that, get the hot comb and press it down. Those two steps, the hot comb and the holding spray, is going to give you more of a polished, clean look. And then you just go in and recut your baby hair because your baby hair is going to disappear. So then you recut it. The reason why I don't do too much plucking in the back is because, let's say, each time you do this, you recut baby hair, you do a little bit plucking, you're eating up the hairline. So if you do that consistently, your closure is not going to last you a long time. So that's why I like to keep my back a little bit on the fuller side. So every time that if you wash the hair and you lose your baby hair, you only need to cut a little bit of the front, and you still have the back there that is not going to give it that really thin shedding kind of look in the front. But this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. This was how to customize a lace closure wig for beginners. Once you already worn the wig, or you just want to fix up the hairline, this is the perfect video for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, beautiful people. This is Gifty Paradise, and I'll see you in the next video.